Friends, hello, I'm glad you're here. Listen, let's not get down on Mullen Automotive. We're going to talk about some things yet again. I make usually a weekly video on Mullen here, and not a lot has changed, but we're going to cover what may be new, the new, old news, whatever it may be here. But at any rate, friends, I'm glad you're here. And obviously, if you know, you know the market is getting destroyed this week. Boy, oh boy, are there some deals right now. So Mullen, obviously, here are the bullet points, and I don't want to go over this too much because if you've been following me with Mullen, I'm just going to sound like a broken record. But obviously, here we go. Mullen, they have until September to get their stock to $1 for 10 consecutive trading days. If not, NASDAQ will more than likely, and Mullen at that point will bow down, and they will do a reverse split. They've already taken 2 extensions. This is the last moment right here. This is for everything. So if Mullen, until really the end of August, really honestly, if they can't get their stock to $1 for 10 consecutive trading days, and that's a lot, especially right now when we can't even get to a 20 and maintain that, dollar is not looking so hot right now. The main thing to remember though is that this is the market. There's no rules, and crazier things have happened. So could it happen? Yeah, sure, it could happen. Definitely it could happen. But here's the other side of the pendulum here. Now, a lot of people are just talking about a reverse split. I think a lot of people have just kind of sucked it up, and they said more than likely a reverse split will happen here. I just want to be completely honest with you guys. I don't want to be one of these people like, Mullen's going to explode. It's going to be the next big EV stock. Yeah, that may be true years down the road from now, but right now, there's some other things going on here. So Mullen, like I said, they need $1. Probably not going to happen. More than likely here at the end of August, September, towards the end of September actually, we'll go into a reverse split. More than likely, that's what it looks like it's going to happen here. Now, when that happens, well, if you are an investor in Mullen, they'll probably do a huge reverse split. I mean, we're probably talking like a 1 to 30, maybe 1 to 25, 1 to 30, 1 to 40. I don't know. They'll probably do something drastic, obviously. Which means, like, if you're not familiar with what a reverse split is, when I say a 1 to 30, that means, okay, you have 30 shares of Mullen Automotive right now. Well, that 30 shares is going to turn into 1 share. And then if you have 30 more, so if you have 60, then you're going to have 2 shares. It just kind of keeps going like that. So hopefully that's easy to understand. Now, it's not all bad news here. A lot of stocks, companies have done well off reverse splits. They're there for a reason. They exist for a reason, to get a company up, moving, and going. Now, when Mullen probably does do a reverse split, it's going to bring some volume. It's going to bring some good heat. It's going to bring some attention. It's going to get investors' attention. It's going to do something. And more than likely, it's going to do that because it's like, okay, the Band-Aid has been ripped off. Now people, and maybe some big institutions at that point, if Mullen can keep pushing here for them to be a strong EV competitor, hey, they might start actually doing well here. We've seen this happen before in the market. Like I said, there's a reason why reverse splits exist. Now, obviously, Mullen, what are we looking at here? What's the stock price here? Mullen's back down to 8 cents here. It's almost at 7 cents. So last time Mullen was at this, it had a nice little spike. So more than likely, I said this last week, and I think this is going to be what we're going to see until September. We're going to see 8 cents to 12 cents, 9 cents to 11 cents, 10 cents to 12, 13 cents maybe. It's just going to keep going back and forth here. Day traders are just wringing everything they can out of this right now because they know the end is probably near. And listen, like, if you love Mullen and you're like, I believe in them, this is going to work out, I've got a lot invested in this. Like, listen, I am in no way dogging Mullen out here right now. I'm just being honest. I've been in the market for quite a while, so I think anybody that's at least been playing around in the market for at least 2 to 3 years, they've seen this kind of stuff before. They kind of know how this book ends and how it the second chapter starts. This isn't a company that's going out of business. This is just a company that's struggling to try to get up and go and really has a shitload of competition. There are so many freaking EV companies right now. It's everybody with $10 million is starting an EV company. So friends, the future of Mullen, obviously, yes, we're hoping it works. If you have I know a lot of you have a lot invested in Mullen, and you may be trying to buy your way out of it before the end of September here. August, honestly, like I said, and that's understandable. So like if you're sitting at 20 cents and you're like, all right, well, I want to get this stock price as low as possible. So if I get caught in this reverse split, at least I'll be at somewhat a good price when it does have a reverse split. That's totally understandable, and hey, you still have time to possibly get out of this. And one thing I will say this, I'll say this and take this with a grain of salt with what I'm about to say. Some of you may have seen this and agree with what I'm about to say. When stocks are on the chopping block like this, when they get closer to actually folding up into whatever they're going to do, a reverse split, whatnot, they'll start to get a lot more attention because it's like chum in the water. Day traders, they know there's nothing to lose. They know what's going on. And Mullen, right before the reverse split here, maybe towards the end of July, somewhere in the beginning of August, it could have some massive volume come to it. It could have some big numbers come to it. I've seen this personally a lot with stocks that are on the chopping block and that need attention. So that is a very well possibility that we could see Mullen maybe spike up into a 20. This is totally just a thought, 30 cents. I'm just throwing that out there. For like a split second, it could hit that with some very high volume and a lot of attention. If day traders and short traders were obviously just getting their hands wrapped up on this and really pushing it, those numbers are totally possible. When there's nothing left to lose, there's nothing left to lose. Like I said, people at that point too might be trying to buy up a lot more shares of Mullen to buy their way out of it. People might start to try to buy their way out of this. So friends, this is the skibby with Mullen. Analysts are talking about it. I've talked a lot about it, the deals, the recent deals, everything that's happened, all that jazz, but we're just at a point right now where Mullen has failed to reach the price, and they have until September 6th to actually get this to $1. If not, then it's going to be a reverse split. So, hey, listen, I don't start crying just because I made a negative video. Like I said, I'm bullish that this could work. I'm rooting for Mullen. I really am. I want this to work. This would be a phenomenal, great golden nugget for a lot of people, especially with something being so cheap right now. I mean, if you have $50, I mean, good Lord, you can buy a ton of shares right now. I'm rooting for us, okay? So the guy already typing, telling me to go jump off a bridge. I don't know what I'm talking about. Save your fingers, okay? And then, of course, there's going to be the guy that tells me Mullen's fake, it's trash, and why am I talking about them? I just can't please everyone. But friends, I really think that's where we're at with Mullen. I don't think there's like a secret situation right now. This is pretty much cut and dry. Mullen needs a huge freaking deal. They need huge attention. They need something life-changing. It is on life support, and it is looking like it's about to use up its last IV bag before, it's taken to the morgue and brought back to life. And that's where we're at right now. So friends, let me know what you think about Mullen. Is it going to make it to $1? Do you think this is actually possible that this could happen? Like I said, there's plenty of times where stuff like this has worked out and stocks have made it. It is far and few that actually live to see another day that don't have to take a reverse split. So friends, I wish all of you the best of luck with this. I really do mean that. I want to see people win the market. I really do. Friends, I will talk to you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.